In this video, you're gonna go from sounding like this to this. Hey, how's it going? My name's Cameron. In this video, you're gonna learn how to get in and out of a double bass drum fill smoothly. A lot of what holds drummers back with being able to play in and out of transitions smoothly with their double bass drumming is their timing and their feel. Okay, so one way we can apply this to the drum kit is by setting a metronome slower than we can actually play and really trying to lock in on our hands and feet. It's super easy, but it's gonna help you with your timing. Our metronome's set to 100 BPM. If you find it's too fast, you can slow it down to a tempo that's reasonable with your playing. And all we're doing is a basic rock groove for starters. So we're gonna play eighth notes on the hi-hat, play the snare with our left hand on beats 2 and 4, and then the kick drum on 1 and 3. So let's go. Okay, easy enough. Obviously, we know how to play a basic rock beat. So next, I want you to play a bar of hands over feet. Basically, it's called a linear cross rhythm. You know it as a Mike Portnoy fill, but you could do. And what you're really looking to do is to lock it in with that pulse, okay? So you want to transition from playing that rock beat to playing this fill. But you want to lock in your hands and feet with the metronome. You got to make sure you fall on that beat. Because no matter what drum fill you play with your double pedals, you always want to come back on a downbeat into your groove because it's going to feel the best, and that's what we're after. If you need a little extra help with your double bass drum and control, I've got a free mini course down in the description below. Just go ahead, click that link and get instant access to it. Inside you'll find over 15 different double bass drum and control exercises accompanied with videos and notations for you to follow along on your phone. You can download those to any device and follow along with me. So if you find you're still struggling with some of this information in this YouTube video, I would highly suggest checking out that course because that's gonna help elevate your foot control, which in turn will help you develop better muscle memory and fluidity around the drum set when you're playing these exercises in this YouTube video. Again, that mini course is down in the description below. It's already helped over 200 drummers to get better control on their double bass pedals. So if that's something that you're into, everybody loves free stuff and I wanna help you out on your double bass drumming journey. So just go down there, click that link and get it right away. Now back to today's lesson. We're gonna transition from playing a bar of this basic rock beat into this. Okay, and you want to make sure you lock that in. All right, now we've got that pattern kind of down pat. If you still need some work with it, then I suggest doing so before we move on with this exercise. So we got a nice and strong foundation for a basic drum fill with double bass pedals, right? So you want to do the same thing you did with your snare and your double kicks, but you want to start to move the hands around the toms. The idea with this is to go in and out of simple grooves, right? We want to build that strong foundation. So if we take the same amount of notes that we use on the snare drum and start to move it around the drum kit, we can come up with something like this. Something else that'll really help you internalize the feel and the time that you need to be able to land back down on the downbeat to get into your drum groove is learning to internalize a pulse. So normally you set your metronome to a quarter note pulse, right? Okay, that's fine. But it's all the notes in between that we need to learn how to set up on a grid, and we need to be able to play tight. Because if we know how to do that, then we can start taking away some of those clicks. and we could play all the notes between it and always land back down on that downbeat. So that's my challenge to you. If your metronome's set at 100 BPM, cut it in half. If you have a hard time doing that, then just take your metronome down from 100 and bring it back down to 75 or something a little more manageable. But you're going to start to notice all the little nuances in your playing, right? So the idea there is to be able to feel it. Now, let's say you're playing live or you're playing with a band and for some reason your metronome goes out, then that is bad news bears. That actually happened to me on tour once in Texas and it was an absolute disaster. But thankfully, we rehearsed enough that I was able to mentally and physically remember the drum parts without completely train wrecking the show. So it's really important, and that is exactly why we need to be able to feel time properly. Space out the gaps on the metronome, make them faster, and you'll notice that your playing is going to become much tighter. So this next idea is to take that rock beat, and instead of playing that, we're going to play alternating 16th notes on our feet. So we're going to play, and then we're going to play that same fill. So play it along here with me at 100 BPM. So instead of just playing this, why don't we add more to the drum fill? So we go up and around, we end up at the floor tom, but then we go from the floor tom back up into the snare. So it's going to look and sound something like this at a little bit of a slower tempo. Speed that up. So let's do that at 100 BPM. We'll go in and out of the fill a couple times, but really what we're trying to focus on here is to be able to play it solidly coming out of it and going into it. So we really want to land on that downbeat of the metronome. So I want you to practice these 4 things. Take the metronome and speed it up so you have more clicks, or you can change the intervals depending on what metronome app you use. And I also want you to increase the amount of gaps in between each note so you can learn to internalize the feel much better. The second thing is to practice that pattern coming in and out of a rock groove. The third thing is to go down to the description below and get 15 more double bass drum and control exercises at no cost. The fourth thing is to experiment and try and come up with some creative ways to lock in your feet or to displace what you're playing on the fills so that you can lock it in going back into that rock groove or that alternating 16th note double bass groove. If you want to dive deeper into double bass drumming, I've got a playlist right here I think you need to check out because it's really going to help you and it's really going to take your double bass drumming to that next level. So just go right here and click this and enjoy that playlist at no cost. Thanks so much for watching this video. My name's Fleury, and I'll see you in the next one.